Tonight. Thank you all for coming out to the Chef Kawasaki Comedy Show and Entertainment Night. Please give a good round of applause for Chef Kawasaki.
That's just a joke. That's nothing. We're not set up before, okay? Just
Into the mic.
oh, I took my mask off. Oh my gosh.
I forgot I'm in the restaurant, you know. So, standing up. This is the second time they always does that to me. I know who it is. The tallest one in the groups. So thank you so much for coming out here tonight, for give me an opportunity to entertain you tonight. So thank you so much. We have a good show tonight. You know, this is first show. I have a magician, and I'm excited. Yeah, I'm gonna follow him tonight. I'm gonna ask him, hey, show me how to do the trick. From five bill become a $5.20. From $5 to $100. I want to learn that, so I just stay home, create the money for my wife. I don't have to work. So, yeah, but he said he never teach me. If he teach me, I can go home with my wife. Yeah. So I say, okay, you go ahead. You disappear me. My wife happy, but she know where you live. Anyway, we have a big group tonight. Will entertain you better than me. Okay? They speak better English than I do, so. You know, I'm supposed to bring my wife tonight to come down here because I have a magician.
Make her disappear.
Yeah? Oh my God, this man here probably married maybe 4 or 5 times already. I know.
It's true.
So, also I have announcement for the next 2 shows. If anybody love and like Chef Kawasaki and entertainment, please, you can go up to my page, Chef Kawasaki, on the Facebook. If anyone don't have Facebook here, you are a Republican. I tell you that. Well, even I'm a Republican, but I still have Facebook. Yeah? Because if no Facebook, how can everybody know? Come on. You know. So here we go. Let me introduce you tonight. Oh my God, I think my hand's shaking. I need more sake. Oh, Taylor, I don't have the information. I don't have to do list here. Hold on. Taylor, I need help. Oh, right here, I got it. Oh, sorry, me no English, huh? Tonight we have the comedian, Steve. Oh, they don't have last name here.
Steve Schwartz.
Steve Short? Oh yeah, huh? Yeah, can you please put hand together for Steve Short?
I had actually no idea that I was coming up tonight. This is really, really weird. Wow. So anyway, my mom said to me today, you have a show where? I said, Peckville, Pennsylvania. So I'm from New Jersey. She's like, who's going to go to a show there? I said, the people who live there. Just because you never heard of the city doesn't mean that people don't live there. Are you videoing this whole show? Cool. Are we on YouTube, Facebook, Marketplace? Cool, all right. Why are you guys sitting all the way over there? No answer? Well, are you sharing like a big margarita over there? What is that?
Yeah, big fruit bowl.
A big what? Fruit bowl, okay.
Punch bowl.
Punch bowl. Is it a fruit bowl or a punch bowl? Which one is it?
Fruit and it's got liquor.
Oh, cool. All right, I'll be over right after I'm up.
Okay.
How are you doing, sir? The man with his back to me. How are you? You enjoying the show so far? Your back looks like it's having a good time. Yankees fan here in Peckville? You're a big guy, otherwise you might get your ass kicked. What sports team is big out here? It's not the... Yeah, the Yankees, really? All right. I was trying to think, who could it be? And I guess there's really no one else, right? Let's start something to get Peckville All right, cool. I'm a Yankees fan too, so let's make sure we understand we're on the same page here. I'm not a Mets fan. I'm not a Phillies fan. I'm a Yankees fan. I was just pleasantly surprised. I'm moving on. How are you? You look like you're ready to laugh tonight. What's your name?
I'm Joanne.
What is it?
Joanne. Joanne.
Joanne.
Yes.
I thought you said Chilia. I think I'm losing my mind here.
I lost mine. It's all good.
Yeah, where do you work?
I work in social media.
Social media. All right. So you're the one getting this on Facebook Marketplace, huh?
No, I'm not. I'm just here for the show.
Oh, cool. Well, thank you for coming. The back is still enjoying the show, that's for sure. That's all right, I teach, so that's my little subtle way of saying, turn around already now. It's all good, it's all good. Yeah, so anyway, my wife said to me before I came tonight, she said, Steve, you said if COVID started getting bad again, you'd stop doing comedy. And I said, well, when we first met, you told me that you liked having sex. So I guess we're both liars, huh? Ah, he laughed. His back laughed at that joke. So yeah, anybody here who does online dating, use apps? Some of you young folks over there? No? Yes?
Everybody does it, but they're not going to say it.
Why not?
I don't know.
They don't, so there's no participation in Peckville. That sounds like a Dr. Seuss book. No participation in Peckville, Pennsylvania. All right, so you online date. I am actually so old that the last time I was single, online dating didn't even exist. We had this thing, believe it or not, young folks, it was called a blind date. Anyone remember those? Last one I went on was absolutely horrible. I took her down to the Jersey Shore. She didn't go on a single ride. She didn't eat anything. And I knew I wasn't even gonna get a goodnight kiss because she literally jumped out of my car before I stopped in front of her house. So we've been married 24 years. Married people are laughing the most because they know the reality just doesn't match the dream, does it? So, anyone here read 50 Shades of Grey? Yeah, right? It's been out a long time, right? Over 10 years. My wife finally read it. And things did pick up in the bedroom, except she started yelling out, Vincenzo. And I'm like, all right, I'll play along. Let me go on Google and see who the guy is in 50 Shades of Grey. But I found out, much to my surprise, there is no Vincenzo in 50 Shades of Grey. Then I remembered Vincenzo was the hot young guy who power washed our deck last summer. I bet she wishes he'd power wash her deck, if you know what I mean. Clean show, so I can't go into it too much. So anyway, the next time we were intimate together, she yelled out Vincenzo again, but for some reason I yelled out Eddie, who's our 85-year-old neighbor. So I learned something about myself. I like 85-year-old guys. Hey, it is 2022, right? Anything goes. So I have a Fitbit. Anyone have a Fitbit? I don't know why I always reach for my pocket when I say that. All right, so nobody online dates and nobody walks and counts their steps. Got it. So I have a Fitbit. I was going for a walk the other night on my block, and this car started driving like 55 and a 25. For some reason, when it's your block, it really bothers you. I could tell it was a kid driving because of the music playing. So when the car drove past me, I yelled out, "Hey, jerk, you stink, and tell your parents they did a crappy job raising you." And I felt great. About an hour later, my daughter walks into the house and she says, "Hey Dad, some moron told me to tell you you're a lousy parent." She liked that joke. I should have checked the license plate. That would have helped. I'm afraid to ask this next question. Does anybody here do 23andMe DNA testing? All right, we got one. Is it a comic? Oh no, a real audience member. What did you find out? What are you, sir?
I found out most of what I knew was like Polish, German. Then they got updated in my email. It says I'm 1% Jew.
Wow, Polish, German, and 1% Jew.
At first it didn't come up as Jew.
All right, so we went from 0 Jews in Peckville to 0.01. Give yourself a hand for being the only Jew in Peckville. Any Jews here? All right, congrats. You live in Peckville?
Peckville, so it doesn't really count.
All right, no, so we still have it. 0.01%. I'm glad you're here. My last name's Schwartz, so I'll take whatever I can get tonight, even if it's 1/100th Jew. So yeah, anyway, about a week after I got my results, I got a call from a long-lost relative named Larry Cedar, and he just started bragging on the phone how he was a Hollywood actor, how he was in the Twilight Zone movie in the 80s, how he was on Deadwood for 3 seasons, and finally, I said, "Hey Larry, I'm in entertainment too. I'm a comedian." He's like, "Really? Where would I have seen you? Conan? Netflix?" And I was like, "Have you ever been to comedy night at the Kabuki Steakhouse?" He lives in California, but you know, there's always a shot, there's always a chance. All right, so who here likes Facebook? All right, you're my go-to. The PA. How about you? 1/100th of a Jew. Are you? All right, cool. So here's a life hack tip of the day for you. If you want to wish an old friend happy birthday on Facebook, you need to make sure that he is still alive. I didn't, and he wasn't. And I left him a really nice message too. I wrote, "Happy birthday, old friend. I promise we'll see each other really soon." So immediately my friends started posting, "Steve, don't do it. Steve, life's too short." It was cute, right? They didn't want me to hurt myself. But then somebody wrote, "Go ahead. The world will be better off without you. Good riddance." Horrible, right? Nothing funny about that. Especially because it was my wife who wrote that. Horrible, horrible. If she was here, she'd admit it tonight. So yeah, my butt is actually really talented. Extremely talented. I think I can say, I'll say butt, I won't say the A word. Let me tell you how talented it is. I pulled my phone out the other day, and my butt managed to log onto Facebook Marketplace, negotiate, and purchase an item. So tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., I am off to Scranton to pick up a 2010 Hess truck. I'm buying the 2012 off the guy too, because my butt and I, we're going to collect the whole series together. So if you have any Hess trucks for sale, come see me. We'll both be happy. So anyway, let me tell you about my greatest childhood memory, everybody. It was a time when my high school gym teacher called me a stupid, big-nosed Jew. Yeah. So why was that my greatest memory? Because I told him to F off, and I didn't get in trouble. Because he couldn't report me.
Right, because he called you that.
Yes, because he called me those names. But we worked things out, and we've been friends ever since. No, that's not true. He's actually been dead for 30 years. Jewish Lives Matter took him out. You don't mess with me that way. They have Israeli snipers there. All right. After that joke, maybe kind of wish I was being taken out right now. All right. So anyway, on that note, it's a perfect time to tell you my day job is I'm a college professor.
What do you teach?
What do I teach? All right, so this is like an interview back and forth. I teach, well, no, actually, I cannot tell you what I teach. And I'll explain to you why in a second. So when I get introduced to comedy shows, they always introduce me as the next comedian's a smart guy, he's super smart, smart. But I'm really not smart at all. I teach at a community college, but I used to teach extra classes at Rutgers. Do you guys know about Rutgers? They play Penn State. I got paid a good amount of money to teach each class, but I gave it up because it was cutting into my comedy time, which pays zero. Nothing. And do you know what class I taught at Rutgers? Financial literacy. Guess I should have read my own textbook, huh? So anyway, I was teaching a class, and the class was almost over, and I looked down and I saw I had the giant sticker on my jeans. You know the sticker that you get when you buy it? So I said to my students, I said, why didn't anybody tell me that I had this giant sticker on my pants? And they said, well, Steve, you told us about that Rutgers thing, and we thought you were trying to save some money. And I said, what? That's an amazing idea. So I went to, you guys have Kohl's around here? All right, I went to Kohl's, I bought 5 pairs of jeans. I'm wearing each one once a week, and I'm not taking the sticker off, and at the end of the semester, I'm gonna return to get all my money back. That's like $200 bucks. How am I doing on time, my friend? What's that? Oh, somebody wants me to go. They said time's up. Who said that? Identify yourself. Oh, you did. I told you I don't think he believed me that I was a Yankee. He's like, name one Yankee. And I'm like, Pete Rose? Tom Seaver? Tom Seaver? Did you really say that? Did you really say that? It's okay. So, how's that football coming along? Still fruity? All right, good. Good. All right, so anyway, people always say to me, Steve, how do you do comedy at night? You got a family at home. Well, every night my wife is on her iPad watching Netflix while she texts her friends on her phone. My daughter's at college. My son's a gamer, so he's in his bedroom playing video games. The only time he leaves the bedroom is to go to the bathroom. And once he figures out he can pee in a bottle, he's never going to leave his bedroom. And if I'm out super late, like tonight, I have my brother come over, stay in my house, because he's the same basic size as me, and he's got the same whiny, Jewy voice that I have. Weird thing is, the last time he was over, the next morning my wife said to me, Steve, last night was wonderful. The best ever. Folks, my brother is screwing my wife. So, I just found out my son is Catholic. He's 15. I had no idea. He's Catholic. I found out because we went to this thing, I don't know what it's called, Confirmation, that's it. I was told I needed to go there, it was in a church. I show up there, he's got a sticker on. And apparently you have a different name when you get confirmed. So his sticker said Luke. And then after the Mass, my brother goes over to my son, puts his arm around him and says, Luke, I am your father. So apparently, my brother's been with my wife for like 16 years, everybody. All right, enjoy the rest of the show, everybody. I'm Steve Schwartz.
This one so short, and he put back the microphone like this. Now, well, I cannot load down because they have something hooked up here. This look like a camera my wife gave to my daughter over there. She probably put it here, spy me what I'm doing tonight and how much I was drinking. That's what. I know. Sorry, I can't lower it down. Now, our next comedian, she replaced one of also as a woman in the poster, and she's also as a woman. So the other woman, she canceled the last minute, and I got this woman the last minute. You know, I believe in karma. One come, one go. No, one go, one come, I'm sorry. So now everyone please put the hand together for Miss Dana Maria.
Keep it going for your host, people. Thank you so much for coming out. Keep it going. Come on. Saturday night. Thank you so much. My name's Dana Marie, and I'm a very controlling person. Yes. I'm so controlling, I operate my windshield wipers manually instead of automatically. Does anyone else do that? Yeah. I'm like, forget the automatic. I can do this myself. Like, just a quick flick of the wrist. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You should see me when it's really going. I'm like, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I almost get into a car accident because of my need to control things. It's great. Did anyone get a chance to go out into the nice weather today? It was beautiful outside. Yes, people, very good. Because these last couple of weeks, I feel like the weather was just, getting used to Gen Z's attention span, They were like, just the weather was going like spring weather, ew. Winter, ew. Summer, ew. I mean, hail, ew. I can't do this anymore, okay? I have to really think about my mental health here. I can't do this anymore. Please take this away from me. Have you ever been asking Siri a question and she goes, 1 sec. Like, what are you doing? I'm your only client. Stop multitasking. I will fire you. I wish I could cancel Siri. That would be great. Has anyone here with some friends, right? We have a lot of personalities in the crowd, I imagine. Anyone ever known a one-upper? Yeah, right? Someone that just listens to your dilemma and then immediately after is just like, that's fun, but mine's worse. Yeah. I knew this one-upper in college. We would go out together all the time, and we knew each other basically because we would go out to the bars together and just get drunk, those sort of friends. You're probably with them now, right? I went out with this girl one time, and she calls me up, she goes, hey Dana, you wanna go out? I said, sure, yeah, just so you know, I have this cough. It's kind of loud, but you know what? I prioritize my health last, so I'll be there. She goes, oh my gosh, that's so funny you say that. I have a cough too. I think mine's probably bronchitis though. Like, why am I even complaining? This girl's got bronchitis. So we go out again, and she calls me up the next week. She goes, hey Dana, you want to go out? I said, sure, yeah. Again, just wanted to double check you knew I still have this cough. It's kind of loud and obnoxious. And I'm sort of like itchy and sweaty right now too. But if you're down to sit next to a hot, sweaty mess, I will be there because again, I prioritize my health last and going out first. She goes, oh my gosh, same, I know. My cough is also still here. I think mine's actually pneumonia though. I said, wow, pneumonia, that's pretty serious. People can die from pneumonia. Are you sure that this is worth it? She goes, yes, it's dollar shot night. When you're right, you're right. So we go out. A couple weeks go by, I call her back. I said, hey girl, if you're still feeling the way you're feeling, you might want to go check it out because I just got diagnosed with cancer. They said I may be dying. She goes, oh my gosh, sweetie, I'm dying too. Of a heartache. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't even know what to say. Oh, I'll pray for you, okay? I never heard from her again. But it's okay because I got the satisfaction of knowing that I one-upped a one-upper. That's all I need. It's really all I need in life. So it's true, I graduated college and I got a full-time position in being a cancer patient. Yeah, full-time position. And I mean, don't worry though, because in that sort of position, you can really see a lot of growth. A lot of growth. I went from being strong to so strong to warrior in just a few weeks' time. I don't even know how I did it. I was just like climbing the corporate ladder. It's amazing. I decided that, oh, actually, you know what? Have you ever wondered why people think that cancer is the only thing that you can just wish away? Right? That's not how Make-A-Wish works, people. That's not how it goes on. Like, you can't just wish away these things. People don't come up to you and say like, oh man, this pollen allergy is really bothering me today. And you don't hear people go, well, have you thought real hard about not having a pollen allergy? Have you thought about that? Has anyone thought their pollen allergy away? No? Me neither, it hasn't worked out. I'll let you know if it does though. I've been I'm a little jaded, I must admit. I've had cancer for the last 9 years now, and like any long-term marriage, I'm basically over it, you know. You guys too, I can feel it, you know. The honeymoon's over, it's okay. But you know, I'm on a clinical trial now. That's been going really well. I go in and I talk to them all the time. And with a clinical trial, you know, you have to sort of be very informative because it's for research. So you have to be like, and telling the doctors what's wrong with you all the time. And I tell them, they go, hey Dan, how's it going? How are you feeling? I said, you know. They're like, no, actually, we don't know. Can you please elaborate a little bit more? And I had to say, well, you know, I'm just feeling like one way, and then like the next day I feel like another way. And you know, it's just like this energy and like this vibe that I just like get sometimes. It's like electric. And she's just like, okay, stop doing edibles before you come in. Enough is enough. This is for research here. Yeah, so I've got a scan recently. That was really fun. And I don't know if anyone's ever gotten a scan before. They inject you with something that makes you radioactive for 12 to 24 hours afterwards. Yeah. So watch out. I can crush this table now. It's true. It is true. Wouldn't that be amazing if every time that you got a scan, or a cancer patient got a scan, they just turned into like superhuman strength? They would have just like emaciated grandmas outside of delis, just like lifting up the dumpsters, throwing them at the deli clerks, just being like, I said, hold the mayo on my tuna fish sandwich. The deli clerk would be like, ma'am, you didn't even ask for mayo. What do you, don't make me get angry. It's just what I imagine them saying. I mean, I think that would be pretty reasonable. Just don't forget the mayo on this woman's sandwich. So, so I've been going through that. Gas prices are like incredibly high lately. Everyone is fully aware of that. We have to drive like on 84 for 17 miles. We know how much gas prices are. And, I just decided I was going to start carpooling, in an ambulance. I decided that it would be the most fuel efficient for everyone if I just did that. So guys, I've been living with lymphoma for the last 9 years, and even though I have it now, I'm standing in front of you, fully functioning. So I am surviving with cancer. Isn't that amazing? Surviving. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And let me tell you guys how excited I am to be surviving in a time like this. Wow, to have escaped the grips of death only to welcome the end of the world with everyone here in Pennsylvania has really been so amazing. Thank you so much. My name is Dana Marie.
Thank you. Don't give me that look. My daughter here tonight. So, how's she doing? Is she funny? Come on, everybody, help me. Is she funny? Clap your hand if she's funny. You know, right now, tonight's show, this show is going to be the last show in Kabuki restaurant. Because the next two shows, the next month, June 4th, we're going to have another show inside the Holiday Inn in Wilkes-Barre. So I hope at this close, one of you here, so you can just come over, that's it. And the July 16th, we're going to have a show at Regal Room right here. You just walk down. Yeah. That night, I talked to my boss already. 8 o'clock, let me go. Because the show starts 8:30. You know, you never know. From here to there, sometimes stuck traffic because this town, people don't know how to drive it. Yeah, so that's why next two show, if you like Chef Kawasaki Entertainment Comedy Night, please go to Facebook. Again, like I said, you don't have Facebook, you're a Republican. So now, let me put my drink down and I look at my schedule next because, oh honey, can you give me my phone? Oh, that's the act, okay? That's the act, no setup. Hurry up, people, for sleeping.
Oh, you want me to walk?
Yeah, walk over, come on, see? That's how it's my daughter. She want me to walk to her.
I have a boot on, everybody.
See? Now you believe me, don't you? This woman. Oh, this woman. I'm sorry, I'm changing. This one better. This one right here.
I didn't say a word.
This one right here. Oh my gosh. Your daughter is beautiful. I think they are beautiful. I'm not like what you're talking about. Do you see right now? Recently?
I saw her.
Now you don't argue with me about, my daughter no more, okay?
I want your wife to come.
Oh, if my wife coming, we don't have show tonight. Sorry, the show will be canceled. So now we have the next comedian. I never know him before in my life. One day he sent me a footage. Hi, Chef Kawasaki. Blah, 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 blah. But he gave me a Facebook name, it's different. And then finally he texted me back, no, that's not my name. This is my name here. So I go, so this is your real name? Yeah. Where you from? I'm from Pittsburgh. You're gonna driving all the way up here for doing this show? You know how much you make? $50, not even afford it for the gas back and forth. And he said, don't worry. I do this because I love entertaining. Yeah, so I said, so that's what you say. I put you on the stage. If your gas costs you $60, don't call me and complain. Now, can you please, everybody, welcome Charlie's. Oh, I forgot your last name, sorry. Love you, bro. Don't drop me.
$50 plus free food, so I win. How we doing, everybody? We good? We all right? Yeah. I'm high as shit right now. I don't belong up here. Where's all my people in relationships? People in relationships make some noise. Yeah, I'm in a relationship and my girlfriend's parents hate me, and I know they hate me because they're racist. And I know they're racist because they follow me around at every family function. And at the last family reunion, I had to tell them, it's not like I'm going to steal your Dell or her lunchbox and turn into my weed paraphernalia box. Like that, and they always try to get me to go white people. And like, Ted, you ever been white people in Ted? Like, do some extra white people shit. Like, name your kid Tanner. Or eat macaroni and cheese as the main dish. Or not wash your legs in the shower. Like, I watched Get Out too many times, and they're not gonna get me. That's all I'm trying to say. But me and my girlfriend, we've been together for a while. Like, we've been together for the amount of time where people ask us, when are we gonna get married? And the answer to that question is always never, you feel me? Like, girlfriends are the fun police. Like, you can't do shit fun with a girlfriend. You can't hang out with your boys. You can't play 2K in peace. You can't swipe right on Tinder in peace. Like that, and everybody knows that wife stands for will interrupt fun every fucking chance she gets. Who's trying to go through that? You dig me? But I like smoking weed with my girlfriend, even though she kills my high sometimes because she's still the fun police. Like, she'll ask me stupid shit like, what am I afraid of? And that's a loaded question because I'm afraid of a lot. Like, I'm afraid to get beat up by a gay person and have it go on World Star Hip Hop for everybody to see. And then I'm afraid of white people when they run. Because I know I miss all clear signs of danger. Like, if she got up and ran out of here or limped out of here, I know I got a good 5 minutes before something crazy happens. But when the rest of you leave, either Justin Bieber's here or Alec Baldwin's here with a gun. And I'm not trying to be here for either situation. And then I'm afraid to die. Like I'm not afraid of death, but like I don't want to die and go to heaven and realize that all the porn sites is blocked in heaven. And then what if you go to heaven and you can only fuck your significant other? Like, that's hell at that point. Like, send me where Biggie Smalls went. You dig me? That's stupid. Stupid. We've made it through like a whole bunch these past couple years. We survived the whole pandemic. Give it up for yourselves for surviving this whole bullshit. Like, I can relate to white people more throughout this whole quarantine because I now know what it feels like to want to kill my whole family. Like, they're annoying as shit. And I feel like we'd have taken COVID more serious if it was called something else. Hear me out. If COVID was called niggas, we'd have just all stayed inside. You feel me? It'd been like, yo, don't go outside. Niggas just running rampant. You told your grandkids they can't go to their friend's house because they got niggas over there. We'd have all said we had niggas just get out of work and shit. And then if COVID was called niggas, we'd have all been vaccinated anyways because they'd have put this shit in a Popeye's chicken sandwich. It's not racist. You can laugh. It's okay. It's only me. This is stupid. Where's all my people that smoke weed? Weed smokers. It's okay. There's only like 2 cops in this whole fucking city. I sped past them. They couldn't smell a damn thing because they had niggas too. You ever have high thoughts? Like, what shape is the sky? Or where the fuck is Reverend Al Sharpton's church? Or like they always said they can't believe it's not butter, but they never told us what it really is. I get high and I wonder like how come Harry Potter was never made in America? You feel me? Like there's no way Hogwarts could be made in America. There's no way that we trust a white person to be a grand wizard and not bewitch a hat to have all the black people get put as house elves. And he'd be a roots fanatic, so he'd call us all Tobies. Like, we'd be dark wizards, and I'd be Voldemort, and everybody be afraid of me. Like, white people be afraid of me because they can't pronounce my name right. And I have a big snake. And I have a lot of sex with my big snake. And like, just in case I got somebody pregnant and they kept the baby, I'll just be like, fetus deletus. And the baby's gone. It gets darker, don't worry. It's way worse. It's way worse. You're in for a ride, lady. You're in for a bumpy ride. Oh, this is stupid. This is stupid. So, I've come to realize that I'm racist. Like, I'm racist to the extent of when I call tech support and the person on the other line is an Indian, I ask it put back on hold. Like, chill out, Tanner, this isn't your fight to fight. Put Raji back on the phone. And yeah, I do know that this phone call is being recorded for my convenience. And then, like, I'm racist to the extent of, like, I segregate my foods. Like, on some Rosa Parks shit. Like, all my colored foods is in the back of my fridge. It's like black eyed peas, blackberries, collard greens, oranges, and like sometimes I get real high and I hear the black eyed peas singing slave spirituals in the back of my fridge. Like, my homes, my homes, my homes, my. So y'all thought I was gonna sing Swing Lower Sweet Chariot or something. It shows how racist y'all are. That's crazy. I feel like black eyed peas is a racist term because the main singer was white, and I don't understand. My family's racist. Like, I'm half white and I'm half black. And the white side of my family, they don't fuck with me because I'm black. And the black side of my family, they don't fuck with me because I eat bacon. And they're Muslim. So I eat a BLT in front of my cousin, he's like, Allah's gonna strike you down. But I'm Buddhist, so I believe in reincarnation and shit. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna come back as something dope. But when you die, you hood ass nigga, you gonna come back as a pit bull. Because when hood niggas die, they get reincarnated as pit bulls. And when women die, they come back as a variety of birds. Like, white women come back as ostriches. And black women come back as job turkeys. And white men come back as police dogs. And light-skinned people, we got it the best because we come back as white people with good credit. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. Y'all two together? Y'all two together? Yeah. Yo, what's your ideal woman? Him. You. Yeah. What's your ideal woman? Like, the woman of your dreams. What's she like? You don't have to. You're gonna get laid after this no matter what. You bought that big ass drink, you're gonna get laid after this no matter what. You don't have to lie to me, it's cool. It's cool, I'll tell you mine. My ideal woman's handicapped. Like, not mentally handicapped, you sickos, but physically handicapped. Like, from the waist down, so she can't run from my dick when we fuck. And so she can't walk out my life if I cheated on her. And then like, we're in amusement park season, so like, I can go to Hershey Park and ride the Great Bear 5 times in a row through the handicapped line while y'all are sitting in line. Work smarter, not harder. That's stupid. That's stupid. I don't want to have kids. I don't want to have kids. Like, I hate kids. And I don't want to have kids because I know I'm going to be a deadbeat dad if I have a kid. You feel me? And I don't want to argue with my baby mom on the phone and have her call me a deadbeat and hear my son in the background say facts. Because then I'm going to have to end up on World Star Hip Hop again. But like, it'd be the best though, like being a deadbeat dad would be cool because then my son be determined to hate me and succeed at shit. And I come back as like Roberto from Waterboy. It'd be amazing. I ain't shit. You don't have to laugh at this. This is just me fighting my demons and I don't care. Oh well. How much time I got left? 1 1 minute? All right, I'm gonna leave you with this. There's 3 things I like to do when I'm high. I like to watch musicals when I'm high because they're real informational. Like, I like to watch Rent when I'm high because it teaches you 3 main things about life. It teaches you how to tolerate gay people if you're not woke. It teaches you how to pay your rent on time so you don't get evicted from your crib. And then they teach you that there's 525,600 minutes in a fucking year. And they sing that shit in perfect harmony. 525,600 minutes. Like, how the fuck do you get that? And then you smoke another blunt and you realize that they lied to you because Rent was made on a leap year. So you gotta do all that math over. You get like 527,040 minutes or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. The second thing I like to do when I'm high is I like to watch Willy Wonka and wonder how come like there wasn't a black person that got a golden ticket. Like, if a black person got a golden ticket, they just steal all the candy and send it home after they lost and sell it in elementary school. Like, me, if I lost, I steal a Oompa Loompa and teach it how to roll blunts and sing it. Like, Oompa Loompa, doopity-doo. I like to roll blunts, how about you? And then the third thing I like to do when I'm high is I like to imagine myself being an athlete because I'm fat. Like, I like to imagine myself being the first black NASCAR driver. And my car be sponsored by Henny. And I have food stamp stickers and backwoods stickers on my car and shit. And I have a DJ as a spotter playing nothing but Drake and Future telling me to turn left every mile. And I have a pit crew full of crackheads. And they wouldn't have their own equipment, so they steal everybody else's. So I have 4 different tires on my car. I have a Goodyear tire, a Firestone tire, a Michelin tire, a spare donut because they couldn't find a 4th tire. You ever try to turn left going 200 miles an hour with a spare donut on your car? That's how he died. Peace.
Wow, he smells so strong. I thought it's only me. But he smells stronger than me. I was cooking all day today. This smell covered my hibachi smell. You smell good, bro. You still have some? Yeah, I'm from New York. That's how the way I talk, okay? Because we are legal. You know what I'm talking about, right? I'm so happy when New York legalized for marijuana. Because I can tell my kid, you can smoke in the front house right now, no problem. You don't have to hide. You know?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's what I tell you. I come back to you. If she like this, I have to come back to you, lady. You always talk nice about, you always conversation with me. I don't think your daughter that bad. Do you see it? I just said it, and she just like defend for herself. Yeah, she think like, I don't know her well, you know. I know her like 24 years. Past March 9, we turned 24. Yeah, but she don't want to leave. So now, the next comedian he's been coming back here 4 shows in a row. And I love this dude. Because I love music, because I don't know how to play music. So that's why he know how to play music and he know how to make people laugh. Everybody have different style, you know. You play music good, you make people laugh. I cook good food, I make people laugh too, come on. Are you ready? You ready? Okay. Yeah, he's tall.
Okay.
Everybody, please put your hand together. Welcome, comedian and musician, whatever you name it, Taylor Bernstein.
Yeah, let's give it up for your host one more time, too, Chef Kawasaki. Yeah, that's right. I make people laugh when I do music because it's so terrible. That's kind of what happens. So the last show I did actually was an all-clean show. It was in an Orthodox Jewish temple, right? And I totally bombed because I think I kind of misread the room. I walked in there, the first joke that I said is, I said, every single person here has the opportunity to become a professional comedian. Am I right? Right? And the one guy goes, I don't get it. I said, because you're Jewish. Come on, like it's not rocket science. I know it's not finance, but like it's also not rocket science, right? Like you would think, like you would kind of understand how that would work. I don't know. I probably shouldn't have done all Jewish jokes when I was there. It didn't go over very well, but I was thinking about it. Like doing comedy at House of God is very hard. You know, I always say like it's interesting how people say God is like our father, right? But I think it's very true because God is exactly like my father. Somewhere out there, he's looking down on me and he's saying, that's my son, and I'm disappointed, you know? So, yeah, we've got magic tonight. I'm really excited about that. So, yeah, you know, I do a couple magic tricks by the end of this set. I'm going to make you guys all magically disappear in unhappiness. But I also, the first time I've been trying to do magic my whole life, right? And the first time I did a magic trick, I was so excited. I made somebody's finger disappear, right? And I'll never forget this. As soon as I did the trick, I called my dad and I said, Dad, I'm a magician, right? And he goes, what was the trick? So I started explaining to him how I made a whole finger disappear. And he goes, that's not magic, that's a prostate exam. Yeah. So, yeah, it's crazy. The last time I was in, the first time I ever saw magic was actually David Blaine. It was live. I got to see him when he tried to drown himself back in 2006. I was in middle school. Yeah. The last time I was in middle school, though, I always think about this. Like the kids, they were so cruel, right? And I'll never forget this. The kids were all making fun of me, and I went home and I started crying to my mom, and I was like, Mom, why don't any of the kids like me? And she was like, maybe because you're the teacher, you know? Yeah, kids, if you're wondering why kids these days are stupid, it's because I'm teaching them. I can tell you that right now. So, yeah, people always say, what do you teach? And, you know, before I tell them, somebody always makes the smart comment of, you know, oh, there's for those who can't do, teach, right? You guys have heard that, right? Yeah, I guess it's true. I don't know, I teach sex ed. So, yeah, it's interesting. I don't know, kids though, they're so gross. I did this take-home science experiment with this one kid one time because I like to do cross-curricular activities, right? What I said to this kid is I said, kid, here's what I want you to do. Take-home science experiment. You go home, you take 2.5 ounces of soap, you mix it with 3.5 cups of water, you take that solution, you mix it on your skin, take a shower, kid. So, yeah, I don't know. So middle school though, it's interesting. I don't work there anymore, but when I used to work there, I work at a high school now. When I used to work in the middle school, every day for lunch we would get these free cookies, and it's probably for the best because now I try to eat healthy to maintain my figure. And I remember I was at the grocery store the other day. I'm always trying to find healthy snacks, healthy cookies, and I finally found a box of cookies that I can eat. It said no dairy, no GMOs, no gluten. In fact, there was only one ingredient. It was just sugar. So it's definitely my type of cookie. So yeah, I've been trying to cook more. I bought a rice cooker the other day, right? And did you know you're supposed to wash rice? Like that's a thing? Yeah, I did not know that. I didn't know how to do it, so I called my dad. I said, Dad, how do you wash rice? And my dad, he's a comedian too. He goes, oh, son, you wash your rice like you wash your ass. I said, what do you just want me to not wash it? Like, I don't know. But yeah, no, like I said, I'm cooking more and more. I've been trying to like make recipes, right? And I think the nice thing about making recipes and cooking at home is that you can take whatever ingredients you want and you can put them in the mix, and all of the stuff that you don't want, you can just kind of keep out, right? So what I do right? As I make these amazing honey balsamic Brussels sprouts, what I do is I take a little bit of organic raw honey, right? And then I mix in that raw honey. I mix in the raw honey with California raised balsamic vinegar, and then what I do is I take the Brussels sprouts and I throw them in the garbage, because Brussels sprouts are absolutely disgusting. So, all right, so like Chef said, I'm a musical comedian. That means I do music, I do comedy. If you like my music, feel free to laugh. It makes me feel better about myself. If you don't like my music, feel free to go screw yourself. That's how that works. But I wrote a song for you. I wrote 2 songs for you guys actually today. This first one is called Jessica. Ready? This one's Jessica. You guys here? All right, here we go. This one's Jessica. Ready? Jessica! All right, this next song. This next song, this is the real song. It's a song I wrote back in the day. It's one of the first songs that I wrote, actually. I think you guys will enjoy it, though. It's called Amanda. It's actually the rest of the show. I'm just going to tune it for the next 5 minutes. It's entertaining, right? Oh. Close enough, it's comedy. Here we go. I'm in love with a girl named Amanda. I've known her since I was 3. I love the smell of her hair and her personality. I try to tell her how I feel, but there's a situation. Amanda doesn't believe me, which is affecting our relations. I've always been real truthful, as I try not to lie. And when I try to push the point, she says, "You're gay, bro. You like guys." I try to tell her that this is not true, as a hot guy enters out of the blue. And as I stare, I'm crushed, cause my crush, she thinks that I'm gay. I tell her I'm really in love with you, and she says that cannot be true. Now I'm crushed, cause I think that my crush, she thinks that I'm gay. I once took her apple picking, then we got her nails done at the salon. And while we're painting them, she says, "I'm gonna hook you up with my friend John." She seemed really excited about the possibility. I continue to try to fight it, but I don't have the ability. So I tell her I'm not interested, because I'm more into women. And then she laughs and I'm crushed, cause my crush, she thinks that I'm gay. Watch The Notebook together, it's my favorite film, it's great. At the end of the movie, I ask Amanda on a date. She stares at me and looks puzzled, and then she says, "Hey man, don't be silly. Maybe we can date one day if she decides to grow a willy." So I tell her I'm not into dudes, as a hot guy enters out of the blue. And as I stare, I'm crushed, cause my crush thinks that I'm gay. I tell her I'm really in love with you, and she says that cannot be true. Now I'm crushed, cause I think that my crush thinks that I'm gay. We go to the beach together, and I see a guy who's jacked. When Amanda looks at me and says, "I'll be your wingman, I got your back." Try to tell her I'm not attracted. She says I like dad bods too. Pulls out nude pics of her boyfriend, so I say it's kind of crude. She says he might be pudgy, but take a look at that junk. I look at it in disgust, but I gotta admit it's pretty long. And then I tell her I'm not into dudes, as a hot guy enters out of the blue. And as I stare, I'm crushed, cause my crush, she thinks that I'm gay. I tell her I'm really in love with dudes. It's not the lyrics. No, I'm crushed, cause I think that my crush, she thinks that I'm gay. true revelation. So I say, you're right, I'm a little confused. Confirm these thoughts, let me sleep with you. Then she says, okay, and now I'm about to crush the girl that thinks that I'm gay. So then she hops on and starts to twerk, but something downstairs doesn't work. I guess she was right, I'm totally gay. Thank you. That's my time. My name's Taylor Bernstein. We got a great another comedian coming up to the stage. This isn't working. We got a great comedian coming up to the stage next. Is it a chef or is it? Give it up for.
Don't worry, I introduced myself.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
This guy taller than the other guy. Hey Taylor, can you help me how you load this one down? This is technology, I can do it, please. Taylor, where are you? I need help. Come on. Oh my God. I cut your pay tonight. I give to the Pittsburgh guy so he can afford it for gas. But you know what? Oh, I can do this. Why I can do this easier, right? Jeez. Yeah, sometimes I think my dog's smarter than me. No, I'm seriously. This is not joke. This is real. Should I have that dog home? She took all the love away from my wife. Don't open your mouth, lady. This lady always against me. And you know what? They both sit next to each other. Every time they come here, they want me to cook them. This one ordered steak, not the blonde one, the white one over there, white hair. It's not a blonde one. And this one, yeah, I think they're related. This lady and that girl right there. Every time they come here, oh my God. My boss, I hate it. Every time I cook steak so long, my boss said, why you take that table too long? Boss, you don't understand my situation. I do whatever the customer tell me to do. They want the steak or filet mignon well done. But I did my job, I cooked well done. They say no, more done. Oh my God, what I give it to them? It looked like a chocolate still sparkling. And then they put, I say, very hot. You know? I be nice, you know, gentle. I say, it's hot. They say, I know, yeah. Boom, wow, it's hot. I told you. The chocolate's still flaming. Oh, she shake his head. Oh my God, tomorrow I tell you. I tell you, she's gonna come here again to punish me. Okay, now, the next comedian, and he also replacing another man. But wait a minute, why don't you replace a woman? Why you replace the man? Hold on. Oh, can you introduce yourself, man? The way you're writing, I don't know how to pronounce. Please.
Okay, thank you.
Keep it going for Chef Kawasaki, everybody. I had a feeling that was going to happen. See, because my name is Basim Tanuzi. That's a very confusing name. It's an Albanian name because I'm Albanian. That's how that works. Typically, if you have a very culturally distinct name, You're part of that culture. I doubt anyone here has ever met a man named Francisco and found out they were 100% Japanese. But I used to like my name a lot, but that changed recently. Because I found out my name is one of those names that has a meaning. Basim in Albanian means trust, which is such a whore's name. Like, that sounds like the name of a stripper. My parents set me up for failure. I could just imagine, it's like, coming to the stage. You can trust that she's thick with it. Trust! And then, like, the Jurassic Park style, like, ripples in the cup start happening. Because I am fat. What's weird is my last name has no meaning. So my full translated name is Trust Nothing. Not very fun to put on dating apps. Not too many swipes on that. But I'm doing better, guys. I'm doing good. A little while ago, I did another gig in Pennsylvania in Emmaus. And I live in Jersey. So on the way home to Jersey, it started to rain really bad. Like, really bad. And my car hydroplaned and I crashed right into the barricade on 287. I've never been so scared in my entire life. Because for the first time in my life, I thought that was it. This is how it's going to end. And then I didn't die. Kind of got my hopes up. Nothing? Not even a little death? It made the whole thing feel like an overreaction. Like, I was fine, but the next 7 guys that crashed, ooh, they got fucked up. Like, I really can't complain, because, like, even my car was fine. All that happened was I busted out my headlight and my bumper. That's it. I will say this, though. After you survive a crash, realizing that your airbags don't work is not the first thing that you want to notice after the post-collision clarity sets in. It's not fun. Turns out my car has my back the same way a shitty step-parent does. Someone related it a little too hard for that. But I was terrified still. I was shook, because that's never happened to me before. I'm a very safe driver. I tried to, like, be safe in wherever I go. Never happened to me. I thought I was going to die and not be able to say goodbye to any of my family or friends. That's terrifying. That's a terrifying thought to have. It's horrible. But the same thing can happen to people you don't like, and I gotta be honest, that's fucking fantastic. In fact, knowing that people I hate are gonna die someday is one of the top 3 things that keeps me going. First is big titties bouncing. It's always big titties bouncing. If yours is not big titties bouncing, get out. I don't want to deal with you. Thank you. That's why we're friends. Second on the list is fantasizing about my 8th grade math teacher slipping in the tub. Followed up by videos of cats and dogs doing cute things. If there was a way I could get Sofia Vergara to strap a kitten and a puppy to each one of her tits while kicking down my 8th grade math teacher a flight of stairs, like 300 style, I would never get upset the rest of my life. You too. It made me that whole experience made me reprioritize a lot of, like, my life. Like, I used to really care about having fuck you money. I no longer care about having fuck you money. I only care about having funeral money. I just want to trick the living into thinking I killed it when I was alive. That's it. Like, my tombstone, I don't want one of those crappy little, like, 4x4 tombstones that just has the name and the date of the deceased. I want a tombstone so big and magnificent, when people walk by, they feel bad that they didn't love their people who passed. I fucked up the wording on that. I'm sure you guys picked up on that. But the point stands. I want a giant-ass tombstone. And I want a touchscreen. I want a Tombstone touchscreen so I can put my autobiography that I have someone else write. I know that's not an autobiography, but if I'm making everything up in it, who cares what I call it? And then everyone can scroll and see what an awesome life I lived. Even more than that, I need to make sure that I have a great burial plot. Because I refuse to end up like my grandfather. Because my grandfather is buried in a flood zone. Let that sink in for a second. My grandfather, who busted his ass his entire life, is buried in a flood zone. We were warned by the people who ran the graveyard that when it rains real heavy, water gets into the graves and moves the caskets upwards. Like a shitty, water park meets The Walking Dead. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. When I'm dead, I want my grave to stay my grave. I don't want it to turn into a freaking corpse canoe. That joke is way funnier than you guys give it credit for. A little more about me. I'm terrified of being a father. I don't have kids. Most of you probably figure that out by what I've been talking about. You're like, yeah, that tracks. No one will fuck this guy. But I'm terrified of having kids because I'm afraid that I'll be a shitty dad. Mainly because I'm afraid that it's genetic. Because my dad, he did his best, is what I tell strangers. He tried. He had weird, he had weird parenting tactics. I don't know if anyone's dad ever did this. He would teach me and my brother lessons based on how he fucked up.
Yeah.
Yep. So we had to walk everywhere when his license got suspended. That's not a joke. That's just a real fact about my life. This is true. He decided it was a good idea to take me and my brother to get haircuts.
You did a great job.
The same day my mother went into labor. I don't know about you guys, but do you remember the exact day and time you lost complete respect for your father?
Yeah.
November 19th, 2005, 2:23 p.m. outside of Da Vinci's Haircuts in Hillsdale, New Jersey. I have the whole thing marked out. But I'm terrified of being a dad. 100%. I'm terrified of being a father. Especially if I have a daughter. I'm not terrified of having a son. Because with a son, hitting them is still on the table. You shouldn't hit your kid. But with a son, no one's really going to check for any dents. Because people treat their sons the way that they treat a used car. It got a little dinged up. It adds character. People treat their daughters like Porsches. If one little scratch, there will be blood. But I am terrified of having a daughter. Because here's what I'm really afraid about. I'm afraid that she'll become my whole world. She'll mean everything to me. And I would want to do everything for her. So every Saturday, I set it aside the morning. And I wake her up early and we walk to the park. And on the way there, we walk, while we're walking, I just talk to her. Let her tell me about the world. Granted, she doesn't know crap because she's 5 years old. 5-year-olds don't know shit about the world. But I want to know what she has to say because that's how much I love her. And when we get to the park, I put her on the swing and I push her. And I push her for hours because that's her favorite thing in the world. And then after the park, I take her to the store and we buy a stuffed animal. And that joins us for our weekly tea party. And anytime I'm having a bad day, that's the memory I think about. And any negative thought goes away because I remember I had that time with my little girl. And then fast forward 15 years and she's getting hollowed out by the basketball team. From the community college she dropped out of, and her childhood bedroom in the house I still pay for. And I tried to find that happy place again. I tried. But I go back there. I remember the swing. And she's saying, "Faster, Daddy, faster." And she's still saying it now, but it's a completely different context. And my bitch wife is no help because she's been diagnosing herself with freaking antidepressants and wine for the last 10 years. She hasn't helped this marriage since the first round of therapy. You know what the worst part of that scenario is? None of those guys are NBA prospects. My hypothetical daughter's just catching it from losers. What a terrible thought. I wish I didn't think these things though, but I have a lot of anxiety. I think a lot of that comes from me being Muslim. Look how quiet it got in here. I get it. Every time I tell a group of white people that I'm Muslim, it's the same reaction. I don't buy it. I've seen Muslims before. They don't come in that color. And I get it. I don't hold it against you guys. I give you a lot to work against. It's not just the color of my skin. Nobody believes that I fast for Ramadan. And the thing is, I do, and I have for the last 20 years. But the thing to know is, just because you exercise your religious beliefs doesn't mean you burn calories doing it. That, and it's only 1 month a year. I have 11 more months to get as fat as I want. But this is a true story. I think this is like the root of all my anxiety. So I fasted since I was 9 years old. And for those of you that don't know, when you fast, your body starts to process food differently. So you develop gas way quicker than you normally would. And I don't know if you guys know how Muslims pray. It's in long rows, everyone's stacked really close to each other to keep the devil out. And it keeps going back until there's no room in the building. I was taught that if you farted while you pray, everyone to your left, everyone behind you, their prayer doesn't count. And my family insisted on being in the front row every time. I knew what gas X was before I knew what the Giants were. I forgot we're in Pennsylvania. We don't like that team.
Yes, we do.
We do?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Could have gave it a little more than that. No, you shouldn't. That sucked. That sucked. That's on me. Here's the worst part about that story, though. That's not the rule. The rule is if you fart when you're praying, only your prayer doesn't count. That's it. Now see, I told you guys the absurdity up front, and then immediately after told you the truth, right? Within like a minute and a half of each other. I didn't make you wait, 29 fucking years to find out that information. I found out 4 days ago. My whole life has been a fart-filled lie. What I'm trying to say, guys, is happy Ramadan. That's my time. Thank you so much. Give it up for Chef Kawasaki. Also, give it up for all the comedians that performed tonight. They did a fucking great job.
I know what I'm doing. You know, time after time, you're smarter. So now, oh, wait a minute. Did he introduce what his name? Can you tell me, please? What his name?
Joseph.
Huh?
Joseph.
Joseph. The last name, please?
LaRosa.
Huh? No, that's my magician. He's the last guy. Come on. He's the replacement. I don't know who replacement for, but yeah. He's funny, right? He's funny?
Funny looking.
That's not wrong. Don't get my hopes up.
Excuse me, sir. Don't feel bad. My wife said that all the time to me. So don't feel bad, please. Don't feel bad. I have a witness, my daughter here tonight. I can't be lied. Right? So don't feel bad, okay? So now, do you want to take a break or do you want to keep going until 11:05?
Keep going.
Oh, just keep going. All right, keep going. Now, I have a surprise for you. You never see at my show. Make this woman happy.
Seriously.
I gonna make this woman happy. Someone gonna talk bad about me.
I can do that.
And she's over there. You wanna come here to grab the microphone? I walk over to give you microphone. Come on. Please, this is not on my poster. This person is my daughter. Please give her a hand.
Thanks, guys. I'm Connie. I'm Chef Calvin's daughter. Yeah, he's pretty cool or whatever. Finally met that guy when I was like 7. He decided to show up finally. Something about like the line to get milk was a little too long or something like that. I don't know. He's so cool though. Yeah, no, he was actually like pretty good growing up. He had like 3 jobs. Must have been giving money to the other family or something. But yeah, no, he's actually really cool, really a hard worker. If you guys didn't know, tonight the proceeds, 5% of the proceeds do go to the funds of Ukraine. And then the other 95 goes to my college fund. A lot of people say like we look like twins, except I can speak English. But yeah, I'm so proud of him. Super cool, everything that he's doing. Thank you everyone for coming tonight. And I'm going to pass the mic off to Joseph LaRosa.
Microphone check.
Yeah.
1, 2. Microphone check.
Are you ready? Yeah. In the next 10 minutes? Okay? So because I'm going to make people fall asleep first. And if you're a magician, you know how to make people wake up. Right?
11 minutes later.
1, 2, 3. Good. Well, this is a show that I developed called Believe Impossible. And I'd like to start it off with everybody's favorite subject. What do you guys think? Shout it out. This could get dangerous, but go for it. What do you guys think? Everyone's favorite subject? Math. Not subject as in school subject. Like life subject. Guys, we're like drinking and this guy's smoking marijuana and we're saying math. Come on. Well, subject.
Sci-fi.
Sex. I've heard that a lot. Allow me to enlighten you. Hold this for me, please. Perfect. Do me a favor. I have a piece of tissue paper. Go ahead and light the lighter. Go ahead.
Oh, that's woman again?
A little bit of cold, hard cash. Now, it's not a lot of money. It's only about 1, 2, 3, 4, thank you, $5. If you guys had $5 on you, what would you spend it on? Let's hear it. $5. $5, what would you guys spend it on? A shot? 2 shots? That's a good answer. What about you? With inflation now, it's tougher. What about you guys? $5.
He said Red Bull.
Red Bull, good answer.
Yeah.
Gas? It's gonna be tough. Might have like 1 gallon. Sake, cool. If you guys had money and magic, what would you do with the money? Let's hear it. I like that. Watch. Because we're going from 5 to 20, 40, 60, 80, $100. All you gotta do is just wave. And you'll notice that it changes to 100. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is an applause cue. Let's hear it. Thank you. I'm just getting started. I commit a lot of felonies with money. It's terrible. What would you guys spend $100 on if you had it?
1 tank of gas.
1 tank of gas, good answer. I usually keep the 20s, there's cameras on me though. So for you guys to go back in time to just a moment ago when I had the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 singles with just 1 wave, but when no one is watching, I keep the 20s. Don't tell anybody, let's hear it. Thank you very much, I appreciate that. Again, my name is Joseph LaRosa from Moscow, Pennsylvania. I've been doing magic since I was 14 years old. I started performing professionally at the age of 20. And I would open my show with that, but whenever I would open my show, people would always say, Joe, that's amazing, but if you're really that talented, why don't you use my money? So who has $1 on them? Who has a single $1 bill on them? I see a hand here.
I got you.
She's opening up the actual.
Don't worry. You know what's real.
You know what's funny though? Nobody would have trusted me with money before that, but it's fine. What's your first name?
Connie.
Connie, check it out, watch. Connie's $1, check it out. You'll probably never see this anywhere, but you'll see it here. Don't blink, watch. The IRS hates me. Watch the $1, check it out. Connie, if I get this right, I could take your $1 and I could actually turn it completely inside out. Check that out, make sure that's real. Go ahead and feel that. Make sure that's legit. Let's hear it. Yeah. You can't spend that in a vending machine though, I tried. It's crazy. 4 quarters, but not the way that you would think. Go ahead and make sure that's real. Just a moment ago. Connie and
I have a college fund.
everybody here at Kabuki. Oh, we're getting to that. Let's go back in time to just a moment ago when you guys were sitting there, and Connie, you handed me a fully legal and a completely restored $1 bill. And now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Here's an applause. Thank you very much. Perfect. In the meantime, who knows what this is? Awesome. Take it and give it a good mix. Scramble it up real good. Mix up that Rubik's Cube real good. Perfect. Can anyone here actually solve the Rubik's Cube? I like to pull the audience. Sometimes I have a cube off with people.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy I gave the envelope to? Can you actually solve it?
Yes.
How fast can you solve it in?
6 minutes.
Oh, you could solve it too?
Yeah, I can work on it.
A minute? Yeah, right.
I don't know.
All right, cool. So you've worked with the Rubik's Cubes. Go ahead and scramble that up and make sure it's real.
Who is this person that could do it this quick?
And so you know you're familiar with the Rubik's Cube. Mix it up real good, and then pass it back to the front. In the meantime, what I need somebody to do is take out a timer, because we need to time the solve, and I need a time to beat. Realistically, give me a time to beat using math. I'm going to use math to solve the Rubik's Cube, but keep in mind I'm not that good at math. So give me a time to beat. What do you guys think?
Oh, and he gave it to somebody else.
Oh, she got a timer, good. Well, give me a time to beat. I'm going to solve it using math.
2 minutes, 20 seconds.
2 minutes and 20 seconds is pretty fast. What do you guys think?
20 seconds.
20 seconds? Pretty fast. What about this table over here?
They didn't do it.
2 minutes? All right, so we're in the 20-second to 2-minute range. Do you have the stopwatch ready on that iPad?
Yeah.
Perfect. When you, I'll take the Rubik's Cube back. When you say go, you're going to start the timer. I'm going to try to get between 20 seconds and 2 minutes. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and say go and start it.
Ready, set, go.
A couple minutes, that's kind of quick, but you'll notice that as I go through, that the Rubik's Cube starts to solve. Check it out. There's 43 quintillion combinations to the Rubik's Cube, but we're going to try to get it between 20 seconds and 2 minutes. You'll notice as I go through that it starts to solve. You guys are watching, right? Check it out. And stop. How fast was that? 30 seconds. Thank you. Thank you. You're going to hold your applause. applause. I appreciate it, but thank you. That's not that good. That's not a world record or anything. It's not bad. It's decent. It's not like a world record.
The 12 seconds from the world record?
Yeah, it's a lot quicker. The reason why is because my talent's not math. What is it that I do? You got it. I'll mix it up again quick for you guys. Gotta expedite this show. You gotta watch. You know, life is a lot like the Rubik's Cube. When you're first born, it seems like everything's scrambled, or it seems like everything's perfect. And then as you go through life, and you try to maneuver, it seems like things get scrambled. And it seems impossible to put back together. Anybody that's tried to solve Rubik's Cube knows that. But there's something called believe impossible. It's a new life. Watch. Believe impossible. My slogan officially, actually trademarked through the government. We'll get back, thank you. We'll get back to that in a moment. If I was any good, of course, I could read some minds. So I need a couple participants. Who wants to help me with this? Let's see it. Let's see some hands. Who wants to help me? Come on. I don't embarrass anybody during my show, so you guys don't have to worry. Let's go. Who wants to help me? Okay, I see a woman right here in the glasses. Give her a round of applause. Awesome. And then we'll do the gentleman here. Come on up. Give him a round of applause as well. What's your first name? Hunter. And? Doreen. Perfect. A lot of people don't know you can get books really cheap at like the Goodwill store. This book here is like 300 some pages, and I got it for $1. It's regularly like $14. Real simple. I'm gonna go through the book with my finger. You're gonna say stop whenever you're ready, and you're gonna remember the first word on the page, and you're gonna remember the page number. Real simple. All right, and you guys face each other.
Let's go, Hunter.
And do make sure that like it's legitimately all different, like all all the pages and everything. Whenever you're ready, you say stop. Stop. Right here? Perfect. And look at that first word. Go ahead. Yep. Now double check it and make sure. You got it? Perfect. Gotta look at the page number on the bottom. This one here where you stop me.
Huh. Okay.
Double check. You got it?
Yep.
Perfect. Hold your hand out for me. Perfect. Then hold on to the book. Perfect. Good. You're thinking of a word that you stopped at, and you're thinking of the page that you stopped at. I want you to think of that and send it to me by seeing it in front of you. Interesting. Good. See that word when you see that page number. I always enjoy Skeptic.
And that big giant drink with the straw.
Nice and loud. What is the word that you're thinking of, honestly?
Where?
Where? As in like W-E-A-R or W-H-E-R?
W-H-E-R-E.
And what is the page number? Honestly. Because she wants to be a skeptic, but it's okay.
Oh, come on.
144.
144. I don't know if people have seen magic before, they've seen magicians do this, but we got where and 144. Let's hear a round of applause. Let's hear it. Thank you. Thank you very much. No, stay here. No, you're not done yet. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Magicians have done that for a long time. That's a classic. Hold your hand out for me. Perfect. Put your other hand on top of it and stay still. This is how you take it to the next level. Watch. Did you feel that?
Oh, yeah, baby.
She's coming on tour with me. I swear. I'll do the jokes. Just kidding. Turn the sticky notepad over, go ahead. Yeah, you'll notice that the sticky note actually disappears and is gone. Oh yeah, you're holding, yeah, it actually is. You're holding the book. Yeah, no, check it out. Look, from inside the book, no, look. You could have thought of any number. You could have stopped on 278, 236, 196, but you stopped on 144 with where travels from his hand to the book. Let's hear a round of applause. That's something I like to call phonic abnormality.
That was awesome.
Thank you very much.
I know you did not touch that book.
Thank you. Let's hear it for both of these guys that were great school. Perfect, good. So my name is Joe LaRosa. I developed a slogan named Believe in Possible. But I'm still blown by that. Maybe I should just let that sink in for a minute. I developed a slogan known as Believe in Possible when I was 21. When I was a kid, when I was younger, I never had the confidence to stand in front of people. This is a true story. I always was too shy, just, didn't have that confidence. So I took something with the slogan when I became 23, 24, and I changed it to give myself the confidence to stand in front of an audience like you guys, honestly. And this goes for anybody that has a dream, honest to God. Anybody, I don't care how old you are, it doesn't matter if you're older, it doesn't matter what your age is. There's some people that get to a certain age and they believe they can't achieve something or they give up. Remember the slogan, Believe in Possible. I took it in apostrophe, and then people are using this now, and I put it after the I on Believe in Possible, and that's when Believe in Possible became Believe I'm Possible.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. And since I've done that, everything has been going well, and I got a lot of confidence to stand in front of people and start performing. And whatever you have in your heart that you want to achieve, you can do it if you believe in yourself. It sounds cliche, but I want you guys to remember that. If I can get in front of people and speak, you guys can do anything you set your mind to. Cool, let's continue. You guys want to see something impossible? Perfect, awesome. I need another spectator, and let's see a hand. Let's do it. This is a very interactive show. It's not me just standing here talking. So let's see a hand, and let's have some fun. Who wants to help me with this? I'm going to start using people.
I help you.
Guys, I just spoke my inspirational message. Come on, somebody help me. All right, come on. Come on, help me out. Come on,
No, him. Take him.
Take him.
Take him.
I'll help you.
Want to help me out?
Right here.
Jesus, I feel bad for you.
Come on, give her a round of applause. She's a good sport.
Oh, no, nobody wants to help.
It's okay.
And you should like it.
Oh, thank you. It's okay. A lot.
I didn't know I had to stand up.
You picked the wrong woman.
All right, then I'm gonna
No, you're fine. Come on up. What's your first name?
Marie.
Marie, very nice. That's my little sister's name. Stand right here. Perfect. I know people are shy in front of a crowd, but it's like I said, my show is really positive. You have nothing to worry about. Are you right-handed or left-handed? It doesn't matter too much. Okay, cool. Hold your hands out flat like a table. You know what? Like this. Open and higher so the whole crowd can see it. And go ahead and make a, you know what? Separate them more. And make a fist with your hands. Like make a fist and go ahead and separate them all the way out. Perfect. And turn towards the audience.
I didn't know this was going to be like,
You're good. You're doing great.
a demonstration.
You're perfect. Good. Somebody volunteered this, gentlemen. Very simply. You can stay in your seat. You don't have to do anything. All I want you to do really simply is whenever you're ready, you're going to point to a fist and you're going to stay still. 1, 2, 3, go. Point to one. That one. Lower it to the side of your body and get rid of it. I said you're left-handed. Stay still. Don't move. Don't move. And watch the X. Check it out now. From here, all I have to do is give it one squeeze. And I could actually take the X and I could move it right down my hand and lift it right off. And then it happens with just one touch. Did you feel it?
What am I supposed to do?
Open your hand up. Check it out.
Holy shit.
Let them sing it. Yeah, have a seat. Give her a round of applause. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my gentleman in the white, you're holding an envelope. You're thinking of a card. Are you ready to lock it in? Nice and loud so everybody hears it. It's okay if I hear it. What card are you thinking of in your mind? Pass the envelope forward. Go ahead. Just like we passed that, let everyone pass forward before.
Seriously.
Go ahead and pass. Yeah, don't be scoop. So what's Jack and Coke? From inside the envelope, before I came here with you guys, I brought a deck of cards. And from inside the deck of cards, I turned one card face up to mark a prediction. From all the cards. Nice and loud. What is the card that you thought of that you locked in? The 5 of hearts. Let's hear a round of applause for that gentleman. Thank you. Yeah, it is. Crazy. Thank you, guys.
Keep going, bro.
Every act deserves a big finale.
You have the dollar.
You have the dollar.
Make it 10 to 100, Tommy.
Sign. Oh, wow, that's an interesting request. Say that louder.
And you need to pay for the...
You said you wanted something for the college fund. You gotta sign your name on it.
Like anywhere?
Sign it big, yeah, somewhere you want. Do you guys like the Believe Impossible show, by the way? A little piece of it? Let's hear a round of applause for you guys and for all the acts. Thank you. It's like I said, though, every act, of course, needs a big finale. Perfect. Connie, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Your dollar and it's signed. I don't want to hit her.
Sign your last name too, please. You cannot spell it.
There's no way I can duplicate that, right? It's a good photo op. Check it out, watch. Yeah. What was your request?
Make sure my last name in there. You spell like nugget, but that...
No, you said something about taking a dollar and changing it to a fully legal $100 bill for his request. Let's hear a round of applause. Connie's dollar, a $100 bill. No. You're good.
No, give to my wife.
No. But wait, there's more. It's not over.
Oh, more? But I have it.
You know what? Connie, you've been such an amazing audience member. And you're saving for college.
No.
And everyone here is so nice and the acts were so good.
Can you make it become 1,000?
Tough crowd.
40,000.